Miss Bloom.
Anonymous.
And you're just... Wait, Connor, are you watching me?
No, I'm watching Hunter.
If you would have seen my Bloom just a few minutes ago, bro. He hit shots on me just because of my Bloom.
Okay. I got her.
How? My Bloom is like so bad. How?
Oh, I split not. And he still took fall damage. Oh. Does Hunter even have a Mac? Wait. I don't hear him. I don't hear Hunter. Do you hear Hunter? As you can see, he takes the game serious.
My God, he's just like you. He just spams.
Yep, and that's why you're spam building.
Makes the game no fun. Alright.
Where's this Mac, man? Yo, I'm leaving. Lost its Mac. How do you lose your Mac? I didn't take the L. You got the fraud image, sadly. See, this is... I'm playing some Storm Wars, and some of these people are toxicated.
I'm lagging, dude.
Okay, deal with the lag. I'm thinking 50, I'm good. I'm balling.
Now I'm not lagging, but like I was. I got us third party.
You never got shot at. Oh man, how did I take fall damage from that? That does not make sense. You know, I'll waste the campfire for that. Okay, third party.
I can't hear you, Hunter. What?
Oh, what the frick? Oh my, talk about a third party. Oh my lord, bro. You're like trying so hard for me to kill. Who's that?
Oh my God, you were trying to get such an easy win. Why are you like that now? You just play so good.
Yeah, and you did too. Huh?
Man.
I got a heavy sniper. When am I supposed to do that?
Not letting you get peeks. Not, dude, I'm sorry. I will play as casual as I have to. I'm not letting you. Oh my God. This is the reason I don't play people like you, man. You just sit there, huh? Yeah, I know. Freaking glitched, huh? My waterfalls was, you know what, I'm not doing that, no. I'll change it up. I'm gonna change it up, I'm not playing stupid against you, Connor. You think that you just sit there and camp high ground? I'm not gonna let you,
you're so mad, you're so
Alright, we'll see,
I came here to play Zone Wars, fam. I don't come here to trash talk.
We'll see, I'll be playing different, you'll see it.
Is that gonna impress me? Exactly.
I'm not trying to impress you. Yeah, like crap like that. Look, I know that's you. Yeah.
He knocked my shield. He thinks it's so cool to knock my shield. Honestly. was unfortunate. Oh my gosh, I messed up at it. Perfectly timed that. Hey, Cameron.
I'm getting shot at. My God, dude, I'm getting like third partied so bad.
Let him fall to his death or something.
You really just gonna sit there?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there. It's like I'm gonna move around and I'll shoot at you.
Man. I'm fighting somebody and then I got you on me. Can't do this. Are you for real shooting down? He shot Hunter down.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. Are you gonna shoot me out of the sky? If you shoot me out of the sky, you're bad. You're so bad.
I know.
I'm healing up too. So. Didn't take the L. What are you doing?
Trying to get your 4.
How did you just hop? No, I'm keeping low ground. She's just gonna play like that. Stupid. Stupid. I'm not playing.
Why
Yeah, I
not?
just left.
Oh my gosh. Of course you leave, man.
Dude, because I can't play with somebody that just sits there and waits for me and Hunter to get done.
It's like me
I
and
know
you.
what you do.
It's like me and you
I
in
know
Mortal
what you do.
Kombat. It's like me
I know
and
what
you.
you do.
It's me and you
I
in
know what
Mortal
you do.
Kombat.
You sit there, you sit there and wait. You sit there and wait until me and Hunter get done fighting. And then I'll get low. And then you'll kill Hunter. Yeah, I know how you play. Yeah.
It's like me and you in Mortal Kombat. You're really good at Mortal Kombat. Ah, he kicked me. Oh, he's a bot, guys. I missed. Oh, my God. Dang it. Oh, okay. I'm not even hitting my shots at all. Texter doo-doo. He just keeps going up, man. He's spinning. Oh my gosh, how many matches do you have? Oh, what? How do you escape? How did that miss? This game's broke, fam. try to pull a playoff. Oh, you're gay, man. Oh, what the? See, guys, I got this on a live stream. Guys, if you get on the, if you look on my live stream, see, if he kills me in a game, then he goes crazy because I'm better than him. It's our good team. He's trash. See, I just killed him. It's so easy. I just let him kill me. I had attack, and attack's like the worst fence in the game, so. You know, everything's good. Oh, he lived! He lived! Trash! Little potato. It always...
You're mad, I beat you.
So, if you look, that's Hacker Dude's channel. We should unsub.
Dude, you're just mad because I beat you.
You killed me. You killed
I
me.
smell salt.
Bruh. Broadcast, you're so gay. Dude, he's twerking. You weirdo.
What?
Yo, you're so weird.
What are you talking about?
Get out of my room, you weirdo.
What are you talking about?
You're weird.
Nigger, you got the teeth touch, nigger.
Hacker Dude
Nigger,
racist.
you got the teeth touch.
Hunter is racist.
Nigger, you got
Hacker
the
Dude
teeth
420, make sure unsubbed, cause he's racist. He's racist, bro. I'm watching the World Cup. It's in the World Cup.
Crazy that
it's the last minute. That's why I think these are the highest tension games, and that's why I think players are putting on an excellent performance. Shots here, the infantry rifle. Oh my gosh! Nylon
is bad aim.
Beamed out of midair. Symphony showing that he does have the good aim, that good that you want.
You know, man, this is such a great point though, in that like because this is coming down to the final few games, right? This final 10, either 10 games or 3-hour window to play in. You're just going to see people play very different, right? Like maybe someone's more aggressive, but you're trying to say, look, I need to play for placements. I got to at least hit top 25. Then I go for eliminations, right, to maximize my time. Maybe someone plays very, very defensively. So much so that we saw like last game, they only got the one elim, but still the 11 points, it's huge.
Yep.
But if you only get one elimination, you're eliminated like top 25, it's only 4 points, and that's where, again, we talk a lot about, you know, time management, game management, knowing when to be aggressive, when not. It all comes into play.
You have to realize too, I've seen a little bit of this on Twitter from a number of different personalities in the Fortnite community. People are talking about how once the 20th and the 21st goes by, once the 10th week of competition is done, we have a month of decompression. If you have to realize that 2.5 months straight of people literally non-stop grinding, non-stop practicing, scrimmage games left and right all day, that's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of stress on a lot of these players, and so a good decompression period, I honestly look forward to it for a lot of the people that are out here. People that will not qualify can look forward to what's next from Epic. Vaughn shot down midair, but there is a lot of stress right now because you're down the last 2 weeks, so people I think are a little more punishing in their own gameplay, a little less forgiving on mistakes they make themselves. So once this is done, you get a good reset period for people that have qualified, like a mental break, just for a little bit. But then you gotta stay serious after that, get back into it, because New York City is just around the corner. Coming up in the late July, it's gonna be a big time for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy, you know, to be eliminated and maybe not qualify or what have you, and get very down on yourself and down on your skills. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember, these players are top 3,000 in their region. They are here for a reason. All their hard work, things like that. That's Bizzle of all people. Right there on the edge of top 25 as well. You hate to see it, but, you know, man, at the end of the day, you just got to remember that you're here for a reason. You're an incredible player, and there's always going to be more opportunities in the future.
Thanks, Zeke. I knew I was incredible, but hearing it from you helps quite a bit. Your placement positions right there in the top right of your screen. Oceania, Asia, Brazil, 1 apiece. 8 for Europe, 6 for NA East, 2 for NA West. And if you're a real gamer out there, you're putting something big out, you want to see a cool hashtag Fortnite World Cup, tag us on Twitter, Zeke specifically.
Oh, man. I love when people post things. I love it. A lot of fun. What?
There's good people out there.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Just like the Sneaky Bro art, they sent us the artwork as well. I mean,
the Fort9?
The Fort9, yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Inside this box, doing non-stop work. Guys takes Dr. Football out, pushing up. Horn in the ultimate high ground. You can down from above. Wi-Fi. No shield and trying to rotate forward. Vivid from Liquid, another player we've kept our eyes on previously. I actually caught a clip of Vivid flying off the map earlier in a quad. You got to be real careful with those, bud. You got to be real careful with those. 15 players left. Placement points out for everybody involved. Kez still inside this box. Down to 28 shield tags from the back. Gonna have to wall off and protect himself. Drop in there. The baller causing a bit of a ruckus. Shot from the side. Symphony catches him inside a box. Campfire goes unused. Symphony 10 bandages for a late game heal off if needed. I guess pick it up. J-Storm Tyler's in the feed. 12 players remaining. And if you're at home wondering why we try and commentate a majority of what you see on your screen in relevant times like this, because there are players that spectators that won't be able to watch the stream, people that are potentially blind that enjoy listening to Fortnite. Just keep that in mind when we're talking about everything that happens here. 9 players, 8 players left. This is Lucky from Tempo, already qualified, but does go down with Wipo. 8 players left now. Symphony building up at a shot from above. Gotta watch out for those layers. A quick double edit, a reset, and a build overtakes Ultimate High Ground. Quick shot in the sky, can't do it. Dropping it back on in. The re-challenge for Ultimate High Ground. Shots on the outside. Symphony down to 19 HP. He's gonna have to branch out, defend up, and watch the storm. 2 ticks of the storm is gonna spell the end for him. Chance from the Ultimate High Ground. He's got it all by himself now. 4 GG in the mid ground. Hornet, Thwipo goes down. Hornet, Davon in the ultimate low. 4 players left, and they're all on your screen on the left side. Symphony, no builds remaining. Has the 10 bandages, won't have a chance to tick them. Here we go, 9 HP. He had to take
no
one
build.
tick. Trying to find it. Hornet, 1v1. Hornet, Davon on the outside. A build off the last second, 52 builds remaining. Can't quite see how much his opponent has. 1 minute, and excellent timing in the pop there, but this wall is gonna peel off.
You gotta go for the fight. You have to go for the fight. It's gonna be over.
Push forward. He made it back in. He actually didn't even make it back in. Hornet ticked out before it even became relevant. Solid victory royale. The last second there. What a tough spot, that plateau.
Yeah.
A flat facing wall on the plateau. Basically said, you guys gotta fight it out or you gotta build real quick. Crank those 90s, get back in the safe zone. But it didn't matter in the end. HP ended up being the deciding factor.
That's right. A great game over there on NA East, and Symphony, you know, he did place third in that game. It came down to having no materials, but he was playing out of his mind there, going on that spree. Just the way he was navigating the builds there was just incredible. Mad props to him, but like you said, man, next game, more Fortnite action on deck.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Brooks got his back.
There you go.
Cosmic here. Shots through, finds Mojo inside the box.
Completely, okay. Remember this in your head. Have you ever seen people, instead of Mojo, they do O-J-O-M, and it's an elephant? Did you ever?
No, that sounds adorable though.
Right? Every time I see Mojo, I think of that elephant.
Elephant?
Yeah.
Why is that so? Please pull that up on your phone. That sounds adorable.
I'm gonna just type it out.
Elephant for my name.
Hashtag Fortnite World Cup. All right.
Figure out how to make a kitty cat.
O-J-O-M. Just send that to us. See, it's like a little elephant. You got the 2 eyes, the little trunk, and the little body.
I love the internet.
There you go. The more you know.
21 players left. Cosmic building up, trying to take that ultimate high ground. Not inside the safe zone yet. See in the minimap, that little white arrow spinning around. That is Cosmic right now. Accidentally shoots his own ramp. A little bit of a misclick. No big deal.
No big deal.
Has the launch pad, has 2 shadow bombs, so rotation is possible. On top of that, in case something does drop out from underneath, has the redeploy as well. Let's see here if that's something that comes into play. Shots on players rotating. This is exactly what he was waiting for. A lot of whiffs, but no big deal. Again, look at the amount of ammo too. 988 small rounds. Put a minigun in Cosmic's hands, he's still going to be able to hold the trigger down the entire game, assuming that it didn't overheat.
Right.
That's right there. You saw a window edit in the center of your screen for just a second. You got to be careful with those.
Ooh, someone popped the supply drop. It's going to drop down.
Put a rocket in the supply drop. Oh, by the way, Caden in the feed taking Dubs out. Big elimination there.
That's got to do wonders for your confidence. To be able to shut down someone like Dubs, you're like, oh man, I feel like I can make more happen in this game. Man, Cosmic's way up here though. He is way up here. He's got the glider deploy, so he's completely fine, but yeah, he's up there for sure. Top 15 is the next threshold.
It's surprising me, no one's
even contesting it.
Oh, there we go, right there. A couple shots back out in the storm wasn't enough to break it down just yet. He's seeing that. Cosmic deciding to continue to apply pressure. Can't quite pull it off. Again, no big deal. Has the redeploy. Going to fly on past. Some shots come out from players on the move. Oh my gosh!
Truly
I thought
punishing.
he was fine. Just kidding. Cosmic beamed out of midair.
That is so rough. Don't forget the glider redeploy has a slower glide time.
It does.
So it makes you way more vulnerable in the sky. You want to wait until right before you hit down on the ground and then deploy it.
Honestly, not even that. I think the play there was Shadow Bomb on the way down. That
Yeah.
damage should just rotate through. Instead, he went for the redeploy. Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20.
I was literally going to say that.
In the moment, that was the choice that he made. It ended up being not the right one, which is too bad. Back to the lobby. And actually, no more queue there. Just a few times we're done. Don't forget that.
Right.
Shots. Sizzle goes down.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah,
Finds one.
it's always easier for us to be like a little more critical because again, like we just have all of the information here in front of us.
Plus, we're the ultimate gamers. So
I mean, I am not. You are for sure. Not me.
knows that.
Everyone does know that. But yeah, sometimes we tend to be a little more critical, but you know, we mean it with, of course, the most love because we love Fortnite as much as the player.
Let me say this too. Anybody that listens in on commentary, if you hear us talk about your gameplay and we say something that may be perceived as negative, let me tell you with 100% without a doubt, you are better than me. Don't worry. That being said, I can see things that you can't right now, and because of that and my ability to commentate the game, I have the opportunity to say things about your mistakes. Sorry. Don't worry. I hear it from a lot of people every time I mess up in stream. It's all good. 14 players left. Trick FN pushing forward. I did see the man, the myth, the legend, Yogurt Fart in this game as well, so you got to keep your eyes out for that. Big set of
The
plays
names.
potential.
The names. Here we go.
Yep, Yogurt Fart actually.
There you go.
lead.
Finds an elimination over on Tasky, and we've been in top 15, right? So now we have another round of placement points. This is where you're going from top 15 to top 5.
Ooh.
That error margin, much bigger. Benji gonna picked up here by Trick.
Back
A
to back.
second one over on Face Maxi. Wow, let's go, Trick.
Set of eliminations there. Trick has a chance to keep this going a little bit longer if he wants to. Opts not to, but he is positioned against that mountain edge. Quick window edit and shots before that player can use the launch pad and try and get the heck out of there. Trick moving forward, gonna box in and start the rotation. Still not in the safe zone.
Yeah.
Keep moving. You notice here saving materials just a little bit, not walling off because he knows he's on the ultimate low ground.
Oh no, Lupo, the side of the mountain. It's Father Mountain. Look, Trick has to go right now. Cadden is
Got to
gonna
do his crank 90s. Brother.
Yeah,
Don't
you just
worry.
gotta go up right now. And look,
Actually, it's
oh,
in stretch. Is gone. The edge of the storm here, and he's actually.
where do we go from here? Where are we going
Safe
from here?
We'll find out in 3 seconds. 6 players left. We're looking at the last possible rotation for a lot of people here. Player peeking down from above, maybe a chance to take shots. We're going to the northwest. He's actually
Yeah, he's
totally
gonna be fine.
Big luck there for Trick. 6-3 builds. Sorry, down to the last second shot.
Ooh!
It's colorful from the top 10.
There was also a launch pad. Did he get it?
He did not, but at this point, this late, probably not a big deal. 3 players left. Shiga, Caden takes shots, sandwiched between 2. Trick got to drop down and apply pressure, says, Shiga, you can wait on the ultimate high ground. I'm going to pick up this elimination, the HP and shield from that. Some materials, Trick down to 8.
Man,
And that's that.
That
Fall
was-
damage. You see that? Shiga just jumped right on in.
he probably ran out of builds. Listen,
See it?
you know,
Could
at
have
the end of the
potentially
day,
slid down the edge of the mountain.
that's what probably would have been the better play there. But at the end of the day, he lands the ultimate Trick shot. Back over to Sundown in the studio. Sundown, what you got for us, friend?
What I don't have is bad jokes like that because he didn't even fire a shot. So well done from Trick there to ride that one out. Good victory royale. I'm here with Monster D. We're gonna take a look at some of the gameplay that happened in that last block real quick. Let me hop on up here and let's break these plays down.
Yeah, we got a lot going on here, and the players to look out for, E11 Graska. These E11 boys have been on a rampage, and we just want to highlight how much of a rampage these guys have been just going on. Graska in specific here, you'll see a nice string of elims kind of coming out of him, using shadow bombs, just keeping it super technique and super textbook. And I just want to talk about his mentality because I follow him on social media. He is the type of player that wants to improve week after week, and that's what we've seen from his early placements around the 60th, and we've seen as high as 14th with this duo, Daxter. So they are just out of contention. Anyone in that upper top 20th kind of bracket as either a solo or a duo team have what it takes to kind of seal the deal here in these final moments. And this is just a solo competition. Take a look here. But remember, he's going to be another player to look out for next week as well. So keep your eyes on them, as again, just wrapping things up. You saw just a little bit of Trick in the previous game. He wrapped up the likes of him. And look at this, 50 points, right? Trick was in about 55. This win right here puts him back up. That's a 4-point swing. That puts him at about 54 last we saw. So Graska's in a running. Now another look, Kez, same thing, same situation, same deal here. GA Kez putting on a show here, showing that the combat follow-up just swift. No time for hesitation. The reaction speeds are clean. The mechanical skill is here. So not just European, players showing up here, Sundown. It's NA as well. NA East here making a big run throughout the evening here, and just super clean.
Super clean from Kez, indeed. Not just Europe who has put on a show. Every single one of our regions so far have been absurdly close. Like, we quite literally haven't seen a week like this so far. We are going to get back into the very final matches. NA East is so absurdly close. I cannot wait to see who takes away one of those last 6 spots. But we're going to go right on over back to Lupo and Zeke.
Thank you, Sundown. I appreciate you. And I do appreciate every region. Europe, NA East, NA West, Oceania, Asia, Brazil. Y'all some gamers. Keep that up. Don't change. All right? A lot of people working like crazy to try and qualify for the Fortnite World Cup in New York City. Those finals are going to be insane, by the way. Look forward to that. And let me just say, too, going through this, I can't think of anything in my career thus far that I've put more time and energy into than casting Fortnite events. Like, the amount of dedication from everybody on the production team to go into this, I hope that we have all done what they would consider an excellent job thus far, because this has just been a blast, and I hope we're putting on we're representing the players that we have a chance to commentate over accurately. I hope they all feel the same way about what we've done thus far. 8 spades here on your screen. Top middle there. Abe taking a chance to just pop a little bit of a mini. Got a metal tunnel underneath with another player down below. A quick stink toss. Pressure being applied. These fly-ins there. Symphony top of your screen, but Baldy, player we've seen a number of times. The flint knock in hand.
Ooh. All right.
Epic AR and a rare combat shotgun.
This is the loadout you want.
Oh yeah, this is big value. He has 2 campfires, 6 minis. He's got the turret in case he gets ultimate high ground and he needs something to get back for 1,000 HP. It's a big value right there. Typically I say, very rarely do we see players utilize the, we'll say the pew-pew mechanic of the turret. Right
sure.
there, shots. That goes down, big pickup, first elimination for Baldy, 49 points. But yeah, the loadout is excellent right now. It kind of covers everything that he's going to need in any given moment right now. Poach from Liquid, smack the bottom of your screen. A lot of players that have been in the top 10 multiple times popping up right now. Air Cool, Spades all the way at the ultimate high ground. 38 players remaining. We'll climb our way all the way back to the top. The launch pad out. Good rotation right now. The later you get into a game, the less value a launch pad has, because unless you're going to ramp up above and use it with the horizontal trajectory, which, don't get me wrong, is very, very good. But if you're trying to go for verticality, by the way, a player lands in the same box for quick trap, it's not going to go down, but Zlem still pays the price for trying to challenge Spades for ultimate high ground. Might not be the last one either. Oh my gosh, the number of players flying around above is insane. Spades, can he follow through? Can indeed. K-Dude goes down as a launch pad again. Sorry, that got ridiculous. But the late game launch pads, they lose value because the more time you spend in the air, the more opportunities other players have to take shots at you as the storm starts to close. Spades sharing the wall with another player. Gotta be careful. A box up, keep on rolling.
You could be cheeky with the launch pads too, utilizing that ramp to just give you like that forward momentum instead.
All right, I propose a challenge to anybody out there.
Ooh.
You set up a launch pad with the angle that shoots an opponent player into a box filled with your own traps. I will PayPal you $50 because that would be ridiculous.
There you
Imagine
go.
just whoosh, right in.
Like they go flying, they hold forward, and they're like, wait, that's a box.
Geez,
Oh,
last
no.
second.
That was
Barely made it in. 3 HP. He's got to stay just ahead of the storm.
anyone could just breathe in his direction.
This is one of those moments where you're thinking,
okay.
I need to find a spot that
Or
I
a
can
siphon.
sit and watch for an elim. This might be the one. The campfire is what gives it away right now. Spades deciding to push forward, rotate around to the bottom. A shot behind, the corner at it, not enough, and he finds them down underneath. Big attempt from Spades, 3 seconds to squeak it in. 50 points right now for Spades. We're the top 25 now. Hornet all the way in the ultimate high ground, it looks like. Took it with a baller, which you don't see too often. Kind of a risky play unless you have something like a Shadow Bomb, which Hornet does have. Drop it down, stand inside the safe zone. Takes a lot of ticks in the Storm, and that's the time for a Slurp.
Yeah.
Big value Slurp.
Big value Slurp, but don't forget, it does take quite a while. It's 1 HP a second. He's got a long time before he's back in fighting conditions. Someone does go for the high ground challenge.
Player up above, and you still have one falling in, which you can hear that.
Yeah. I think that's what the player, so this player above Hornet knows that Hornet's down below, but like you said, he heard the glider redeploy. It's a very distinct sound. So he's probably just trying to keep himself safe. Hornet's trying to get aggressive here. He wants this elimination. Okay.
Big play.
All right.
That's good. At that point, he was getting beamed, because shot at from above. He was potentially challenging a player that he was not going to be able to beat. Player behind gets caught in their own edit, goes for the pyramid play and can't get Hornet. Instead, Gal pays the price themselves. Get up that first elimination. 14 players left from the top 15 now for that second set of placements.
Oh, God.
Inside a box. Finds a player inside. CWV goes down. One more push. Rotation on the outside. Poach in your feed. Eliminated as well.
Oh, there's
Inside.
players all around Lupo.
Right underneath another player. They're holding it down. Trying to reset the ramp underneath. Can't get it 3 times. Gonna have to melee their way through.
Oh.
Very tense situation here. Smacked in your feed, picking up any limb. We're down to the top 9. Hornet on 36.
Oh my
86
God!
HP. 3 elos now for Hornet. A big reactive shot there to stay in this game. A chance for minis. Has 2 ARs. Not a big deal there, but the combat shotgun gonna come in big late game. Looking for headshots. Looking for angles from underneath. Hornet pushing forward, 66 builds left. Severe, the ultimate high ground. Players sandwiched in the middle. You hate to see somebody go down and not make it to the top 5, but here it is as the last set of placement points go out for everybody left alive. Severe, Shadow, Nick Cool, Midas, and Hornet, the ultimate low ground. Trying to pop a med kit there. Going to be able to get it off. Gonna have to push through this wall.
But
stay inside. Last second. That might be enough. Coming in from underneath, you see Shadow in the ultimate high ground, popping those minis. There's a natural campfire. He could hit it real quick. He doesn't.
Okay.
No chance for a take, but he finds Shadow and gets the elimination, the victory royale, and a cool little dance move to top it off. Well played, Hornet.
That's the dance I know how to do, sort of. Bro, that was great. So much happened. Like
A lot happened last second.
Like technical skill-wise, game sense-wise, knowing how to like get players to do what you want them to do.
Hornet's heads up flick while rotating in last second to stay alive.
Yes.
Was huge.
Against Smack, that was insane. Literally jumped over his head,
Boom.
180 flicked him.
Made his way the rest of the way in. Well played there.
And you got to think too, that's going to affect Smack's potential
Exactly.
leaderboard setup, right? Maybe that shuts him down, and maybe that could have been his last game. We don't know how that's going to affect the standings until we take a look later on. Don't forget, there's only the 6 spots here.
Listen, at least Golden
That was
Boys.
insane.
At least Golden Boy is not here to call him Smith. JDW in your feed, picking up Complexity's Macwood. 46 players now. That's a very early elimination for the player from Complexity. Sentinel's Animal, 0 eliminations, 63 builds.
This
Some minis, some Shadow. We're starting to see a trend. Let me just put this out there, and you let me know if you agree or not.
All right.
Consistency across the board for loadouts is typically combat shotgun, an AR of some sort,
Right.
1 or 2 mobility items, and a heal. And
Yes.
if it's not 2 mobility items, it's only 1. I would say potentially 2 heals, and then the last utility slot, if it's not 2 heals, you could say is a heavy sniper or flintlock.
Yes. So
It's
typically
like
we're
every
seeing
single loadout.
pretty much exactly that. So it's either going to be 2, like let's say it's like a rift, some kind of mobility, 2 heals. Sometimes we see people, even if they're lucky to find them along the game, we've seen people with like 6 half shields, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 whole slots dedicated to 3 half shields apiece. And that's just then you're like, oh, this guy just fight the whole time.
I want to make a point too, so that it's not misconstrued what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that everyone runs the exact same thing all the time because it's the only thing to run. I'm saying people are running the same consistent builds because consistency is huge in a BR game. And if you have a loadout that is consistently showing top performance, players are going to favor it. That's something to take note of if you're trying to step your own game up. Maybe you're not going to make this World Cup, but I guarantee you there's going to be events from Epic or Fortnite in the future. This ain't the end, believe me. And so learning those kind of setups and watching how the meta changes as the game evolves. I mean, we're getting updates that change things weekly. So you have players every single time that they're, and this has been, at this point, y'all, if you have not accepted that that is Fortnite, you need to just accept that that's Fortnite. Now, let's all finally settle and say, yes, it is a game that includes an evolution of meta constantly, which means the players are constantly being pushed to try and figure out how to play the next setup the best. And that's good. You want that because I'm gonna be very honest with you. From a spectator side, I feel like
you know what? I'm done. Let's go on a random play. Let's see what people do. Let's go. Oh my gosh, bro. Me so tired, I put pee-pee in your coke. It tastes bad. Suck my neck. I got a skateboard, I am rad. Oh my, there's like so many people. Oh my gosh, yo. Anyone got a mic? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm not that good, by the way.
Yeah, me neither.
Please go easy on us.
Okay.
Copyrighted music. Copyrighted music.
Not copyright.
Copyright.
Copyright. Copyright, boy.
Oh.
Why do you want the copyright? Oh man, why do you want copyright?
Why? Why copyright?
Why you gotta copyright my? Why you gotta copyright my art?
Get out of my game.
Why?
Oh, get lasered. There is some sweats. My ping is through.
It's sounding awesome. What the? I didn't even get out here. I don't even know how to get out of here.
Pickaxe. Remember?
So where do I need to get
Remember when we
out?
watched that video?
Oof, I'm lagging then. It's on like NA East or NA West series.
Mr. Default Boy. Default Boy? My friend? Where you at?
I'm dead.
Did you get hit?
I'm pretty sure. I don't
Sorry.
Oh my. Can't be on these.
Oh my god. Hi, people.
Oh, yeah,
it's a... Bye-bye!
Oh, is that tool? Pickaxe, I believe.
them.
Yup, one jump. Now, okay.
Hi.
Okay, soccer skin is at 60. 60.
He just didn't take the L on you, trash kid.
Yeah, GG's says.
I got ticked out. Ow!
Get past it.
Aloha.
Hey,
Aloha
GG.
to aloha. You have to say hi.
Aloha.
Yo, GG.
Fortnite.
Who's the soccer skin?
That's me.
Oh.
Molly, you gonna copyright music, man.
Look, I'm the one that
Why
stands
can't I get up and why can't I kill?
confused.
Hey,
Hey, soccer skin.
Yeah, bro.
Soccer skin. I'm a clap.
You wanna clap me?
I can't do nothing.
I'm lagging.
Yo.
Me either.
I can't even down.
Who's playing on these servers? Bro, I'm paying 300.
Come on, boy.
I'm paying 300 right now,
I
man.
can't build. I can't build or aim.
Oh my